right? That might be hard for some people. And now all of a sudden, super high risk. And why is it higher risk than actually more physical activity?
Because you're talking about yourself.
Because I'm talking about myself. I have to share some personal things. And then we go into what's your favorite, which I'm not really going to talk about right now because it's so simple. It's the one where you just have the questions and it's like, pick an answer, right? These two kind of go together because it's a little bit more about sharing. It's a little bit more about, you know, who I am. So now all of a sudden we've got these two stereotypes that are leading up to more and more personal interaction, more and more personal information being shared. That's a higher risk than holding a straw next to your neighbor, right? Some schools say, you know what, all this stuff I don't understand. Let's just start with My World. Can you imagine if we got a bunch of sixth graders together and you opened with My World? Just, let's pretend this is a staircase. If we were to take My World a step out, what would happen to the entire staircase? It would collapse. Some people go the opposite. Some people say, you know that My World thing, let's take that out. Well, how do you get from tip of my finger to talking about how to be successful in middle school without some personal transition, right? So you'll notice after what's your favorite, we had the one left, right? Now one left is very interesting, and you can go ahead and close your book because I'm actually going to model one left here one more time. And the reason one left is interesting is because it is the transition from, hey, this is my personal life and this is who I am, and it goes to, oh yeah, I'm a person at this school, and I'm bringing who I am to this school, and I want to learn how to be successful at this school. The web leaders are helping them make that transition. So the web leaders' jobs are to communicate a few of the following things. I'm here for you. This school wants you to be here and is excited that you're here. We want to know who you are. You're not just going to be, you know, a number or anonymous at our school, and we want you to be successful. I'm here for you is my name ball scramble and straw challenge. Like, we're a team, let's meet each other as a group. Name ball scramble and tip of my finger. I want you to meet my friends, right? I'm here for you. We're a group all year long. Now you're not going to be anonymous. You're going to be somebody who I know. What activity is that? My World, right? Now I'm going to do My World. And now, not only are you going to be somebody I know, you're somebody whose success I'm invested in. And that's one left. Because if you remember, we played this activity, but then we talked about what after the activity? And you guys wrote it down. Strategies for what? Success, right? Strategies for success. That's not an accident. That didn't happen on accident. It happened very purposefully because we're going to arm the 8th graders with a series of questions that's going to get them to go there. And I'm going to do it for you now, but we're not going to be 6th graders. We're going to be ourselves. We're going to play this activity. We're going to talk a little bit about strategies for success, but not in middle school. We're just talking about what strategies we've used for success in life. And I want you to pay very close attention to how we get there, all right? So here's our straw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Well, we've learned a little bit about you. I'm totally personally invested in you as a person because I've learned a little bit about you. And I'm also I'm invested in your success here at our school. So before we go there, though, I kind of want to play a fun challenge. Who wants to play me in this challenge? Who wants to?
Barb does.
Awesome, Barb. Come on down here, Barb.
She's been at the bar practicing.
She laid away last night.
All right, Barb, here's the deal. Here's how this goes. There are 15 straws here, and you do not want to be the one to pick up the last straw, all right? You get to go first or second, and you can only pick up 1, 2, or 3 straws at a time, and we're going to take turns going back and forth. Would you like to go first or second? Oh, second, did you say?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
you said I have to think for a second. Gotcha.
I guess I'll go second.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll teach you.
Stakes there.
You know, I'm going to
3. Right.
I'm just going to stick with 3. Give it up for Barb. Good game, Barb. Good game. All right, anyone else want to play me?
I'll try. I don't know it, but I'll try.
Yeah, that's okay. Randy, have a seat. Give it up for Randy, who volunteered. Randy, come sit right here next to me right here. Excellent. All right, so you get to pick up 1, 2, or 3 at a time. You can choose to go first or second, and you do not want to be the one to pick up the last.
Wait, I'm gonna go first.
Okay, go for it. Okay. I'm also. Give it up for Brandy. Good job, Brandy. So, do you guys think I could win like pretty much every
You
time?
win every
Yeah.
time unless someone forgets.
Unless someone
I think
forgets
someone-
what, Barb? Unless someone forgets what?
Well, because there's a strategy.
Okay, so you notice that I win every time.
Yes.
Yes, you guys noticing that I win every time.
Wendy, go first.
So why, Barb, do you think that is?
Because you make, I read ahead, 2, 6, and 10.
Uh-huh. So I know a strategy.
Right.
Basically, I know a strategy. I love how you read ahead and then tried to give it a go. That's awesome. It took me forever to learn that. Again.
You seem super mathematical right
Oh,
now.
well, I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's about, I'd be worried about myself if I hadn't gotten it by now. Yeah, you're right. I have a strategy that that helps me win at this. Do you think strategies are helpful in life? Like,
Absolutely.
Can you, yeah, like, can you guys think of a strategy you use in life?
Stereotyping kids into groups.
It's
to
a
help
perfectly
them.
awesome strategy. Yeah, totally. What
Yeah,
else? What
being
other
scrawny and
strategies?
strong.
Being nice to people that you know, like the custodian, the house people, the labor,
Uh-huh,
like
uh-huh.
anybody.
What about outside of school? Like in your personal life? You're probably nice to everybody, I imagine. Yeah. What else? What other strategies do you learn from your family or?
Go play, make myself play once in a while so I don't get stressed because I'm always creating essays or lesson planning
Yeah.
intentionally.
Yeah. Do you find that if when you don't employ strategies in your life, do you find that you kind of lose control? Like if you have you ever had the chance where you've had strategies in your life that you've put in place and for whatever reason one thing falls apart and then it all falls apart? Right? When has it ever happened, like in terms of your own personal life?
Well, going off of the exercise thing, I run, and that's like cheaper than therapy.
Yeah.
And I need it, and it seems like at the beginning of the school year, I'm always
Mhm.
coaching, and, September's chaos to begin with. But I don't have time to run, and by October, the shit's hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I start, get 3 runs in a row, life is better. There's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah. Does anyone else have something like that, a strategy that they use to keep their, so we've got exercise here, what else?
I'm surrounded by a lot of males, I have 2 boys and a husband and.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're surrounded by males.
Males.
I thought you said I
Listen, I
started to
get a lot of
buy,
males.
I thought you said I started to buy a lot of males. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, gee, we haven't learned it all. Got it, you're surrounded by males. Go, got
So
it.
I know how important it is for me to connect with my female friends.
Right, nice. What else? What other strategies?
To-do lists.
Say more.
Oh, yeah.
Just keeping, whether it's on your phone or on a piece of paper, just keeping a list of
Yeah.
what you want to accomplish by the end of the
Yeah.
day or the week or whatever.
Prioritizing.
Yeah.
Why is it that strategies keep us in line? Why is that?
It's a focus,
Yeah,
guide.
yeah.
Causes less headache later.
Uh-huh. More success.
We're rewarded or affirmed by those things that we're doing.
We're rewarded or we're affirmed by those things we're doing. Then how do we get stuck sometimes doing the wrong thing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like we don't get a reward. Do you ever find yourself stuck in that pattern where you're not getting a reward and you keep doing the same thing? And you're like, this is not working out well, yet I keep finding myself, sometimes that is for some people, it's my first time I call that marriage. Anyway. But you know what I'm saying though? It's like, has that ever happened to you where you're stuck in this cycle that's actually not a reward and yet it continues? You know, I have an example of like, I was in a marriage and I was like, wow, this is the same thing. And he looks a lot like the other people I dated too. You know what I mean? You like, somebody who keeps dating the same person over and over again, different name, different face, but like, it's the same guy, you know that, right? Anyone else have an example of being stuck in a?
I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
I never learn
Yeah.
a lesson. I hate lists. I drive my husband crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like the anti-OCD person.
Yeah.
I think I have adult onset.
So you're a procrastinator and you find yourself in that kind of loop
Always.
of, I'm not getting a reward, but I
And
keep.
I have 60 essays to
Yeah.
go. Like that's
Right, Right.
Because I hate reading essays.
Right.
I've been an English teacher for 15
Yeah,
years.
it's the worst part of the job.
Is the
Yeah.
reading of the essay.
I just
Yeah.
love teaching.
But also
Yeah.
that's what gets the adrenaline going. It's like if I
Right,
do
so why
whatever
are
it is,
you-
it's
yeah,
boring.
yeah.
I can look at
Yeah.
something.
I do, right?
So you're stuck in that kind of loop. Anyone else? So we got a procrastinator here, what else, what
I
are?
try to take care of everybody's problems and like.
Oh, you're a
make everybody
caretaker,
happy,
yeah.
And then I kind of forget.
Go for a run.
And you forget about yourself,
Yeah.
right? Roger?
I just, giving assessments that are too big, and I can get away with smaller ones.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
keep that.
You get- Your vision is huge, and then you do it and you're like, I did it again, right? Anyone else have that?
Sleep. I never sleep enough, so I always wake up like, why am I so tired? Oh, because you didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Self-care.
Self-care, yeah. What's the impact of those when you have that? Like when you give too big of an assessment, or what happens then?
Just carry that.
Yeah.
Carry that stack of papers physically and
Yeah.
mentally until it gets done, and then no time for anything
I
else.
won't do it next
I won't do it, I
time.
promise I won't do it next time, right? So this is interesting, because what do we do to stop this? How, right? What do we do? Like you just said, so I go,
Run on one
Running,
day, yeah,
right?
Yeah. Running cures it all.
yeah, right? And you just said, you're a caretaker, but the thing that works for you is the strategy of connecting with your
Right,
girlfriends,
yeah.
right? So what is it that you do? If you think about the loop that you're in, a lot of people shared with some of you didn't, what's the loop that you're in, and what's the thing that you do to help break that cycle?
I think for me, it's self-reflection. So I'm feeling crappy.
Yeah.
So taking the time to say why instead of just complaining about the crappy feeling.
Right.
And then I also think that you need to feel the reward of, okay, I tried this and it worked. Like
Yeah.
for you, going on the run and going, okay, now I feel better. Or, when I think about lists or whatever,
Yeah.
okay, now I feel more, sometimes where you go into your classroom on a day you didn't really want to,
Yeah.
but you did it anyway because you just had to, and you just kind of like go to town, right?
Yeah.
Everything, you just,
Yeah.
you organize, you
Yeah.
clean, you do it all, and then suddenly you just,
And you feel
spring
so
clean,
much
right?
better,
You
yeah.
just kind of need, but you need to
Yeah.
have the feeling of, I tried the strategy and it worked.
Yeah, that's how you get there, right? So you find yourself, strategy sometimes is out of desperation, right? Like you find yourself in this loop over and over again, like, I gotta do something. I used to have those days in my classroom when I'd go in and I didn't wanna be there, or I would love to be there. I was like so happy, and then the door would open, the first student would walk in, I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
you're the problem.
Exactly. My day was great.
I was having a
So
great
you-
day until you walked in. But yeah, so it's like, strategies are interesting because where do they come from? Why do we develop them?
Function,
To function, yeah? So say more about that, Brandon.
on a daily basis, how do you live?
Yeah, right.
It brings order to your,
Yeah,
I think, I
order,
don't know.
yeah. So it's interesting to think about in your life right now. Like a lot of you have a strategy developed for something. I'm gonna use your running again. I'm gonna use you as saying the connecting, you as your list and like just diving in. For something, for a habit loop, that's a negative habit loop that Brandon talked about, and you somehow over the course of your life have developed that, right? And created that. So it'd be interesting to think about where is a habit loop you have right now that you haven't yet developed a strategy around.
I think kids.
Okay, say more, Mark.
Well, I just mean like as they, like when Karen said today about the 10th grader,
Yeah.
'cause I'm kind of dealing with that right now.
Yeah.
But and it constantly changes,
Yeah.
and so like you're, I don't know, just like realizing they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like little things they leave around the
Yeah.
house or this or that, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like they're gonna come out of it. I'm just gonna help right now because
Yeah.
I don't know. Instead of like getting pissed that I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Also a 10th grader, and all the same.
So I guess understanding cognitively where people
Yeah.
are or whatever, and then
Yeah.
realizing this is, so how can I deal with it?
Yeah.
Because they don't even understand that they're
Right.
doing, I don't know,
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. How many of you can think of one kind of negative habit loop you have right now that you haven't developed a strategy around? So I'm gonna hand out this paper right here. So you can go ahead right here. And on the front of this paper, I would like you to try to brainstorm several strategies that you think you can use. Just give them some